but it's the amount of oxalates that was poisoning my body. And I was having issues with kidney stones, fatty liver disease, and a lot of that had to do with a lot of the ultra-processed foods I was eating, the stuff that had a lot of seed oils in it. I just got rid of it all. So you take out all of that. Hey guys, Big John here. This is going to be my weight loss update for the week. I haven't done a weight loss update in quite some time. This is kind of what I'm looking like. This is what your stomach looks like after losing a ridiculous amount of weight in the last 2 years. So this is all the visceral fat is basically gone. I'm just left down to just regular fat around the edges. I still got some pudge around the backside over here. And I feel pretty good for the most part. All right, we do have the scale set up here in the other room. And I did find my scale finally. I've been this is my little nightstand, and here's my scale. We're gonna step on here, see what we got. All right, pretty good numbers there. 256, we're gonna call it 256.9. Now, I did a weigh-in not too long ago. Actually, boy, it's been about 3 weeks, I think. And we have been in the process of moving this house from Anchorage, from our previous location where I started doing the original filming for the channel. And then, yeah, we bought a place out here in Wasilla, and it's been a lot of work, just a lot of freaking work. So I've been feverishly trying to get this place going, and we're going to show you a little bit around the room. So this is the room we had. Right here, I had to build this closet. We had to do some electrical panel work over there. We downsized to a queen size bed. I had to redo these floors. They were just atrocious. So we did a lot of work there. I had to replace this thing. And in the process of taking the old one out, I wound up shattering the glass doors that used to go right there. And my cat's being kind of curious right now. But yes. And then we had to clean all the ductworks and all the vents. I've been doing a lot of work on the heater. The heater's been a problem, and I had to redo this piece of pipe here. But there's just been nonstop work that's gone on in this place. And like I said, this is an old heroin house. If you guys have been following along, I did a short video on that. But I also had to redo the floors in my girls' room, typical girls' room. They don't sleep in their bed. Here in Alaska, it's pretty common to have a bed in your living room. So that's kind of how we went. Now, something else we bought for the house, because we really don't have any pantry space. So, because the kitchen is also limited in space. I had to replace the oven because that was trash. I had to replace the old derelict refrigerator that was full of pretty decent meat for heroin addicts. They had all kinds of really good high quality cheeses, all kinds of stuff, but it was rotting. So I had to replace all that. I had to remove the overstove microwave because it was gross. We cleaned all the kitchen cupboards. We're starting to make this place our own. So everything has been gone through, thoroughly cleaned, bleached. My microwave solution was get a microwave stand. Found that on Facebook Marketplace. Put our microwave on top. We got the over top stand right there. And the one thing I like about this place is the natural lighting that comes in, because it's just great. There's my typical blue table. My wife's DoorDash. There's really no good options out here in Wasilla for DoorDash. But this is what the living room looks like right at the moment. It's pretty freaking messy. There is a lot going on in here. We have a lot of boxes to unpack. As you see, we got the king size bed in the living room. This is typically where my daughters sleep at night. They like it. They like the lighting here. Let's see, one of these switches off, and that's kind of what the room looks like when everybody's sleeping. Now over here I have the Knife Saga knife set. Amazing knives, and I highly recommend these Knife Saga knives. If you guys, I found these on Amazon. They're a really good deal. They have the nice edge, which is great for cutting meats and steaks. I have my Ninja double stack air fryer. My wife has been kind enough to constantly be trying to make me steak. I mean, when you're doing a move, you got a lot of things going on. My diet has kind of gone by the wayside. One of my solutions, which is kind of carnivore, kind of not carnivore, but it's also like a 90-10 eating principle, is on the way home from Anchorage out to Wasilla, I've been ordering Wendy's. And I know it's a fast food option, but I was trying to figure out a quick solution for when I get out of work, because Wendy's is just up the street. I see a lot of these other carnivores eating the Wendy's Baconator. Now, they're eating them without a bun. I think the biggest problem for me is trying to eat something without a bun on the way home from work while I'm driving my car. So I just ordered the Baconator with the bun. I did do a little bit of changes to what's on the Baconator. They typically come with ketchup and mayonnaise. Gross. The first day I tried that, I ate a Baconator with the mayonnaise and with the ketchup. It was disgusting. It was a mess. It made my stomach a complete wreck. So I decided to just remove that. I tried it without the ketchup and the mayonnaise for the next day, and then I went on and I was like, I didn't like it. It was kind of dry. So I was like, okay, let's find a neutral solution that is still available, you know, to have pre-made. So my solution was just pickle and mustard. That was probably the best thing I did. And it was my final solution. I ate 2 of those per day on the way home for work for over a week. And I came home. This is when I first found my scale. And I lost like 4 pounds. Besides that, I've been incredibly active also, because moving all of this stuff into a storage unit. We moved in with my father-in-law, who lives right next door, which is great. So we're close to family. But I moved everything into the storage unit. Then I moved everything back out of the storage unit. We did wind up buying a shed, which is outside. And since I've been here, I've just been nonstop work, work, work. Haven't been able to really create a video because it's just been too much. I mean, just trying to create short videos that are like a minute or a minute and a half to 3 minutes has been taxing on me. Just trying to have coherent thought process in the meantime has been kind of hard for me as well. But I just really wanted to touch base with you guys, let you know how I'm doing. We're doing the best I can with what I have. Now, I did go out and we got I did get some ribeye steak. Now, unfortunately, I'm kind of taxed for money, and we got the daughter some ice cream. This really isn't a bad option. This is what I get: Kirkland brand ice cream, vanilla. That's it. Not a lot of flavors and a bunch of bull crap in there. There is some sugar, but it's a much better, healthier option for your children. And I don't know why that's in there. Oh, that must be my Akkas from next door. But the wife is constantly killing birds. So here's our latest catch, and it's not uncommon for me to come home with 4 or 5 of these 4 or 5 of these grouse. So there's some soaking in the water, and yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy the amount of birds that this woman goes out and gets. And we eat the grouse. We use the tail feathers for all kinds of different things. And this is some of the work that she's got done so far. I don't know if you can see that. So this is basically how we dry them, is we just set them on a board, put a little bit of salt on the ends or whatever she uses, and she makes these beautiful tail fans. Now, we have so many tail fans right now, we're probably going to have to start giving them away as a possible solution. Now, if any of you have been following along the channel, you know that we had to get out of Anchorage like immediately. Animal control wanted to put our dog down because she's getting old. Somebody reported our dog for looking like she had heat exhaustion. She was outside on a hot day. She was kind of stumbling around. She's not in the greatest health, but we didn't want to put her down. And we figured if we were going to put her down at any point, we wanted to be out here in Wasilla. This is where our dog used to live. And she's been pretty happy and healthy since she's been here. And she's also not making a whole bunch of messes, and she's not in pain right now. So, I mean, it's just one of those things. Sometimes you just have to move to a different location to get away from all the politics and the nonsense from a previous place you might have lived. And also the homelessness that was going on there was getting to be a bit overwhelming and atrocious. We had people living in their cars, like right across the street from our house, and they previously lived in their house, and now they're living in their car. Long story short, somebody wound up on drugs. There was something going on inside the home, so they moved out. They moved out and they moved into the driveway. So they were like right in front of our face every single day. For the most part, pretty nice people. The children were living in the cars too, which, I mean, I'm not going to judge a person's situation on how that may or may not have happened, but I wasn't very impressed with the situation, so I wanted to get out and get away. And here in Wasilla, we have a lot more space. I have a nice little Jeep trail that runs down the side of my house, so if I want to take my Jeep out, we can just take a little drive. Other than that, we're just kind of loving life for the moment, and hopefully everything is just going to work its way out. But guys, if you want to lose weight, little to no exercise, I still highly recommend 90-10 eating principle because it just works. It's basically what I've been doing because I'm not the perfect carnivore. I've never been the perfect carnivore. Once in a while, I will eat some bananas. Last night, I was snacking on some blueberries. Ketosis friendly, if you know what ketosis is. If not, look it up. Ketosis is our body's natural way to lose weight. Totally healthy. It's not something you have to do all the time. I prefer to go into ketosis, come out of ketosis, and then get back into ketosis again. I feel like I have a much better experience with losing weight and doing stuff like the carnivore diet. And I use the carnivore diet pretty strictly for weight loss maintenance. So if I want to maintain my weight loss, I'll simply just eat a lot more meats and fats. I'll eat a lot of eggs. And if I want to lose weight, I'll just eat eggs, just only eggs and maybe sardines for a couple of days. And it's so simple. Losing weight is probably one of the simplest things I have figured out in my entire life. And anybody can lose weight with no extra effort. All you have to do is eat the right foods the body wants. Steak, hamburger meat, bacon, eggs. You just keep the meat, fat, protein ratios up, and you eat a lot less crap. And that's it. That's it. If you want to eat some fruit, and you want to eat some vegetables, go ahead. I mean, but keep it to a minimum. I found out that most fruits, most vegetables make my mouth numb. And that's a sign that your body doesn't want it. If your mouth is going numb after removing these things for a period of anywhere from 30 to 90 days, and you revisit some things, like black pepper, for instance, or eating spinach, avocado makes my mouth numb. Various other fruits and vegetables will make my mouth numb. That tells me, don't eat that. It's not food. And everybody's a little bit different. If it doesn't bother you that your mouth is going numb, I don't care. Eat it. But it's the amount of oxalates that was poisoning my body. And I was having issues with kidney stones, fatty liver disease, and a lot of that had to do with a lot of the ultra-processed foods I was eating, the stuff that had a lot of seed oils in it. I just got rid of it all. So you take out all of that, and if you consume any of it, just do it in small amounts, and you'll be fine. But if you overly consume things or fall in a rut where you're starting to get back into fast foods, starting to get back into all kinds of ultra-processed snacks, that's going to be a problem. A lot of your medical conditions are going to return. You're going to require a lot more medications, a lot more trips to the doctor. I don't have time for the doctor, guys. I don't have time to stand in line at a pharmacy. I have to work. I have to take care of my children. I have to take care of my family. I have to work on this house. So I really have to go. But I just wanted to check in and let all of you know that I care about you all. I appreciate every single one of you who have subscribed to this channel and kept this weight loss journey going. I have been highly motivated to continue my journey. And yeah, we're definitely going to share some more. So again, guys, I just want you to love your life and be happy. Until next time, I'll see you then.